Welcome back, guys, to the Texas Trident Podcast. This is episode number 3. I am your host, Tanner, alongside Sam. That's Sam, if you can't see him. If y'all enjoy our content, please subscribe. We would really appreciate it. It shows the support a lot, and it helps us out. And with all that said, Sam's got a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, and then we'll get it going.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about some international prospect signings that have just recently happened. We're going to talk about some more notable prospects in the organization and just predicting what they're going to be doing. And we're also going to talk about the Rick Rizzs retirement announcement, and then we're going to end it off with a new segment we call Top 10.
With all that said, sit back and relax, and let's get it going. All right, welcome back, guys. It's a Texas Trident Pod. We're going to kick it off with some of the international prospect signs we have had float around that have surfaced through the media these past couple days. There's just a couple I want to talk about. First one is shortstop Marone De La Rosa. I think that's how you say it. If I butchered his name, I'm completely sorry. He's a switch hitter from the Dominican Republic. We signed him from 3.8 million. Actually, we all on top of that, we stole him from the Yankees, which he signed for 4.3. So, shout out to Julio for bringing the Dominican guys over to Seattle and stealing. I think that's something we could talk about here in a couple seconds because I think that's got something to do with it. But that's one of them. I mean, from what I've read, he's got some really good upside. I mean, he's young. I think he's 16. I believe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think I think it's a great pickup. I mean, with how our prospects look in the beginning, from having I think we have 8 number one or top 100 prospects this season. So I think adding them is going to just boost some trade bait we can have potentially. You never know. But Sam, you got anything on that? Have you read anything? What you got?
I mean, to be completely honest, a lot of the signings the signing you just mentioned, I hadn't heard about until about 5 minutes before we started recording. So, obviously, to hear that we stole a guy from the Yankees is fun. Especially, we got him for less money, and I do believe that what you said about having Julio on the team and all the stuff that he does in the Dominican, and just being such a presence in the Dominican as well as in Major League Baseball, I think that has a ton to do with it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this kid has in the future. So
for sure. I mean, with the development we've already talked about in the last 2 podcasts, that between prospects and pitching, the development the Mariners has is just beyond me and how they do it. I don't get how they do it. They're just fantastic at it, and I believe that if they see something in these guys, they have a reason why they can. They have a reason why they can see them. I mean, sorry, just got a text from a buddy. Anyways, besides the point. They see something in him, obviously. I mean, it's going to be another Julio from what I've heard. There's another guy I'm going to bring up here in the next couple seconds. But I think what they see in players and young players, I mean, they saw Julio when he was super young and saw the star he was and brought him up, developed him, made him an amazing baseball player coming from the Dominican. But the other guy I want to talk about is, I think his last name is Uten. I don't know how to say it, but he's an outfielder, raw power, raw speed, left-handed bat. I mean, he's top 5 in his class. It's just another Julio just from the left side. So I don't know what you got on that, but that's just where I'm coming from right now. That's what I see.
Yeah, it's basically the same as I said before. I mean, the Mariners know what they're doing. We've seen that with everybody that they've brought up and developed. So clearly they know what they're doing and they see something in him. So yeah, again, I'm just excited to see what these guys have in the future. So
yeah, there's not much to talk about them, but I think the only thing is they won't be eligible to sign until 2027 of January because I think they're considered the 2027 class. So I don't know if they can flip signings like we did with the Yankees and how he came over to us and blah, blah, blah. I don't know how all that works, but I know that if we can keep these guys and get them signed in January of 2027, I think it will bring some astronomical changes to our prospect list. And I think there are going to be some guys to keep your ear out for their names and just keep watching, and you might see them. But jumping off the prospects, the international prospects, let's jump to our actual prospects. I mean, I have three names I want to go over: Colt, Emerson, Cade Anderson, Ryan Sloan. The big three in my head. I want to talk about some predictions. I kind of want to talk about who I think is going to get brought up, where I think they're going to land, all that, yada, yada, yada. But Sam, you got anything on those guys? You can bring them up. Whatever one you want to talk about, go ahead. But we can just jump around.
Well, I mean, I think the big name going throughout the organization right now is Colt Emerson.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything that he's done in the minors. Again, I don't know a lot about the minors, but I've heard a lot about Colt Emerson. Just heard how dominant he's been in the minors, and I could definitely see him getting moved up. And I think it's to probably the spots where we need him. I mean, our infield is kind of lacking. We're lacking at third, and we're lacking at second. We have JP, but I think he could probably play second. I think Colt could play second. The thing is, you have to think about what you're going to do with Cole Young if you do that. But yeah, you just have to see what he does when he gets to the major leagues, and I think he gets up this year. Yeah, I have nothing but high hopes for him. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'd agree. I like Colt. I mean, I've been hearing his name for the last couple of years, being a Mariners fan. I know last year was your first year being with the organization and watching him. But, I mean, he's been a high draft. He was a high draft. He came out of high school, I believe. Pretty sure. But nothing but good things talked about him. He's never really had a stall like some of these guys have, like getting from single A to double A or rookie or low A to single A. I mean, there's people that have, like, they peak at some places, and that's why it's so hard to move through the minors. And Colt is just beyond expectations, just going through it like it's nothing. He's just excelling at every new level he gets to, developing, and I think he could be up by the time of the season rolls around. I think it could be on the opening season roster. I know I said that I think on the first podcast, but I'd like to see him there.
Yeah.
But I just think he's an everyday third baseman or everyday shortstop, which is going to put a little fork in the road for JP and see where we move with him. But there's some things that Dan could do with that, but I think nothing but good about him. I think he's going to do well. But I want to talk about our first round draft pick from this past season, Cade Anderson. Came from LSU, lefty, flamethrower. I mean, I know you don't know much about him. I know you just know he's a dog. Nasty curveball, great command. I mean, he had Tommy John. He didn't play much in college because of injuries, but the year he had to prove, he played extremely well. And from what I've seen, I think he could be MLB ready in the next year. I think we could potentially be seeing him in 2027, which would be fantastic. But I know you have some thoughts about him, so I'll let you get those out.
I mean, my thoughts on him are the same as a lot of pitchers that come through the IMS organization. I mean, I take back to the thing that I said I believe is in the first episode about our homegrown starters. I mean, just look at the guys we have. We have Brian Wu. We have guys are slipping my head. Logan Gilbert. Just all the guys on the team besides, I think, Luis.
Yeah.
Every one of the 5 starters is homegrown. And when they're all healthy, it's the best rotation in baseball. So that shows you the Mariners know what they're doing as far as making pitchers.
Yeah.
Basically, just improving them and just growing them. So I think he has the same potential as any of those guys, if not more. So yeah, again, I'm just excited to see what the M's do with him.
Yeah, me too. I'm very, very excited to see another left-handed starter in the rotation. I mean, the last one I believe we had was Marco Gonzalez. That was a true starter, which before your time, I mean, he was like the Luis Castillo of our rotation, but left-handed. Threw a lot softer, but just 8 innings and stayed healthy. I think we released him a couple years ago, but I'm excited to see another lefty in the rotation eventually, but I think he'll be up soon. Staying with pitchers, Ryan Sloan, absolute dog. I mean, drafted out of high school, pumping high 90s, touching 100. Just filthy. I mean, there's been a lot of talks about him and what he can bring to the table, and I think he made the top 100 list this year, which he wasn't on last year, if I'm not mistaken. So he's like Colt Emerson, just jumping through different leagues in the minors and just blowing past everybody. And I think he's going to be like another Brian Wu or Bryce Miller. I mean, the stuff he has it's nasty. It's not even, it's the same as everybody else in the big leagues. It's just gross. And he's so young, which makes it so much more entertaining, is because he's such at a young level, competing at a higher level and coming out of high school throwing high 90s. I mean, that's just kudos to him. But I know you probably got some thoughts, but what you thinking?
Like I said, the Mariners, they do great with pitchers, and I think that, again, he has the same potential as Cade. He's been in the organization longer, so he's probably a little more developed than Cade is at this point. But yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you said. I think he has the same potential as a Brian Wu or a Bryce Miller, or even Logan Gilbert. I see him right up there with those guys if he can take that step into the majors. So
yeah, I think big thing is staying healthy, throwing that hard, man. It takes a toll on your body, as anyone would know with Tommy John and just the injuries that come with pitching. But if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a lot of upside coming through. I know you talked about before we started, completely moving on from the prospects, and something we didn't say in the beginning, but who's that catcher we signed? Do you know his name off the bat? You gonna look it up?
I do not. Yeah, probably gonna have to look that up.
Let me look. Did they post it on their Instagram?
Yes, they did. We got him from the A's. From what I understand about him, not necessarily. He's not a great catcher, obviously. I mean, they have Shea Langoliers over there, so he's sitting behind him. But been in the league for a while, as far as I know. So he's got experience, but I mean, we have Cal, so he's going to be sitting behind Cal.
Yeah, so Johnny Peretta, does that ring a bell?
Yes, that's who it is.
Yeah, so he came from Minnesota. He was DFA'd by the Twins. I guess he played for the Athletics at one point.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played for the Athletics. But you said something about a stat they had out for him that was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw. I mean, it was on Instagram, and they had a stat that he's one of the only position players to strike out Shohei Ohtani, which I thought was kind of cool. And then I think they said that he struck out Shohei Ohtani as many times as Tarek Skubal has. I don't remember if it was in his career or last season. I don't remember if it was either of those, but it's just a cool stat, kind of funny stat, because obviously we know he's not going to be pitching, but it's still just kind of a little fun fact about him. So, I mean, we need a backup catcher. I think we have one already. Two can't hurt. So
I mean, let them dog it out in the preseason or training camp or whatever. They're going to be fighting for that spot. I hope you know that. Like, I think we've signed three. I think we've signed 3 catchers this offseason.
Yep.
I think he's our third or second, but I know they're not going to be holding 3 on the 40-man. There's no way. They're going to be holding 2 with Cal.
Oh, for sure.
There's going to be Cal and then 1 extra, and they're just going to let him dog it out. And I think Peretta probably has more of the upside because of how long he's been in the league, and he's kind of a veteran, polished veteran. So, I mean, he was added to the 40-man roster, so I'm assuming he's already on the roster, but that doesn't mean you can't get DFA'd and have somebody else being brought up. But
for sure.
I mean, great pickup. I mean, it'd be good to have a backup catcher with some kind of upside coming up, having somebody a little more polished, kind of like how we had Mitch Garver. But for sure, the next thing I want to talk about, or we were sadly informed of, was Rick Rizzs retiring after the season. I mean, I know you don't know much about him because, like you said, new fan. The dude's been with the Mariners for 41 years. If we need to talk
Yeah.
about loyalty, he has been through the ups. He's been through the downs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're gonna have to put a statue out there for him. There's no way they don't. I mean, being 41 years in
Yeah.
an organization as in the beginning he was a live TV. He was like Ryan Goldsmith. He was
Yeah.
he was doing live TV and then he switched to the broadcast side. I mean, being with somebody that long, I mean, they're gonna give him some kind of tribute. I hope they give him tickets for life. I mean,
Well, you got to.
yeah,
After that many years, you have to.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, new fan. Only heard him call last year. Thoroughly enjoyed it when he did, though. I didn't know the name at first. I had to go look, and the first thing that came up was top Rick Riz calls for 2025, and then I immediately knew who it was. So yeah, I mean, obviously, the more seasoned Mariners fans are going to be more sad about this than I am, just because they've grown attached to him, and I just started. But I mean, he has one more year, so I mean, what more reason to go out and win it all this year?
yeah. I mean, he
That's-
said
that's
it on
how I
a press
look at it.
conference. He said it on a press conference. He believes they're gonna go win it this year. I mean, those are his words, not mine. And
Yeah.
I mean, my dad's been listening to him since he was at a very young age. I mean, that's all my dad's listened to because
Yeah.
he didn't watch the TV side. He only listened to the broadcast. So, I mean, he would bump back and forth between broadcast and TV on the radio side. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna be a hard one to see him go. We lost Dave Sims last year. I mean, you don't know anything about him. He's great at Mariners. Dude, it was just like a
Mhm.
pot of gold of Dave Sims and Rick Riz together. It was just the best. And I wish nothing the best for Rick Riz and everything. I'm sure he wants to go spend time with family, so I don't blame him. But
Yep.
he'll be forever
Well,
missed, and
We'll be
we'll like him.
we'll be happy for the last year we get with him, and then I hope he enjoys his retirement, and I hope the Mariners can do everything they can to send him off the right way with World Series.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
Maybe Naylor can give him a signed bat.
Yeah.
But jumping off baseball, we're gonna start doing top 10 Tuesdays. So every Tuesday we'll do a top 10 of, I think we said this in our last podcast, whether it's UFC fighters or movies or top 10 baseball players in our opinion, like anything top 10. And if y'all have any requests that you want to hear, leave it in the comment below, and
Mhm.
and if you're lucky enough, we'll choose it if we have any comments right now. But if y'all
Yeah.
want to hear anything, just let us know, and we'll take a stab at it and give some very hot takes, because I know we're differently minded. So, I mean, do you want me to start it off?
Yeah.
Do you want to start it off?
I mean, I don't know if you said what we're doing. Today's top 10 is UFC fighters. In kind of the same way that I'm a new Mariners fan, Tanner is a new UFC fan. When we met, he got me into baseball, I got him in the UFC. So I have more knowledge on it. I know more fighters than he does. So I am going to let him go first. So, I mean, yeah, let's just get it going. He's going to list off his 10, and then I'll argue. I'll probably only argue about top 5. If I hear somebody outrageous from 10 to 6, I'll say something, but this is just to clear everything up, this is top 10 current UFC fighters. It's not all time. This is just our top 10 guys right now that we like to watch.
Did not know we were doing now. I have one retired in here, so
It is what it is. But just go ahead. And whenever you're ready, just go through it.
all right. Well, at number 1, I had Patty Pimblett. He fought this past weekend, and absolutely love the dude.
Patty at 1. Patty at 1.
I like Patty a lot. I like what he
Oh, yeah.
brings. I like what he brings. The energy. He's just
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy. He's just a
No-
dude. Number 2, I have Sean
Yeah,
O'Malley.
there's Sugar.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could think that.
I knew he was going to be on there.
Yeah.
Tanner doesn't shut up about him when we're talking about the UFC.
Yeah, and he beat
Song
Yadong.
Yadong in the last fight?
Is it Yadong?
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Yadong.
Yeah, it's Song
Yeah.
Yadong.
Dude, I mean, he was getting mollywopped in the first 2 rounds, and then he turned something on and just
Yeah.
great fight. Anyways, number
He
3.
got back to that championship form.
Yeah, thank God. He was not doing the non-dyed hair. I'm being chill about all this. No, we need him to have his alter ego Suga, and it needs to stay.
Yes, he needs to walk out to superstar every time.
Yes. Number 3. This might be a hot take. He's a fighting nerd, and it's Rufy.
Okay.
I have Rufy number 3.
Okay. At 3.
Yeah, I think Rufy at 3. He's fun to watch. I mean, do we need to talk about
I
what
will
he
tell
did
you,
to...
I have him in my King Green or Bobby Green, whatever you want to call him. Absolutely disgusting kick.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Watched it live. I didn't even think it landed. I was like, he missed. Why is he down?
Floor.
And then I went back and watched it because you couldn't hear it over everything. But when you went back and watched it, it's like, oh, he landed that perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. I'll let you know he's on my list, but having him at 3 is a little crazy to me.
Number 4
that's just me though.
Number 4 might be a little. You might not even know who this guy is. Watched him this past weekend. Ty Miller. At number 4.
He's the guy that fought. I'm losing the name.
I think it was the Russian guy.
Who did he fight?
It was somebody Russian, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know who that is.
Yeah.
He's in the top 5, really.
I just liked how he fought. I mean, he's very polished. He's not swinging out of his shoes. He knows how to eat a punch. I mean,
yeah.
He's just very, he just seems like he's a very polished rookie. He's very young, but he's going to be a big name.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Ilya. I mean...
Okay.
I mean, Ilya...
And in the top 5 with a bang.
I mean...
Go ahead.
Ilya is just Ilya. He's going to knock out anybody he fights.
That's what it looks like up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to... He's Ilya. There's nothing to say about him.
Yeah, I mean... He's him.
Number 6, Justin Poirier.
Dustin
Poirier. Yeah.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah. That's the one retired guy.
My favorite... Like I said, this is not our favorites of all time. Dustin Poirier is my favorite UFC fighter of all time. Just... I'll give my thoughts on him because I didn't put retired guys in there. But just every fight is just fun to watch. No boring fights. Brings it every time. Has some iconic trilogies. I mean, he's 2-1 with Conor. I don't care what any Conor fanboys have to say. It's 2-1. The second one counts as a TKO. Go argue with a wall. Continue.
Next, I have Derek Lewis.
Interesting having him in there after his performance on Saturday.
I mean, yeah, I know, but going back and watching all his clips and stuff and just who he is and what he says, I mean, how can you not?
Oh, he's a big personality.
He's just entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will agree with you there.
Next up, I have Cheeto. I mean,
okay.
The dude's a dog.
Marlon Vera. Yeah, I mean, everybody who watches the UFC or has anything related to sports on your For You page, you've seen the absolute baseball bat of a knee that he took and then just kept fighting like it missed.
Yeah,
but
and
it
was
clearly made contact.
And guess who it was from? Sean O'Malley.
Sugar, exactly. That was a great fight.
Oh yeah.
Just five rounds of pure hands.
That was the first fight. That's the first UFC I've ever seen. Was Cheeto versus Sean.
That is a great place to start.
Yeah.
Just a 5-round war.
Yeah. Next, I got Charles Oliveira.
Love me some Dubronx.
I mean, I don't know much. I've seen clips of Charles Oliveira, so I mean, I like him. I mean, I saw him get knocked out by Elia, but
We're not going to talk about that.
yeah,
I'm still recovering.
yeah. Good fight, good fighter. I mean, legend. Can't really say much. Next up and last but not least, you want to take a guess?
Justin Gaethje.
No, Joshua Van.
That name slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Little controversial to have him after his win, and I will say the same thing that I say to all the Conor fanboys. I love Pantoja as much as the next UFC fan. If he pushes you off of him and it causes you to break your arm, that's a fight. Stuff happens. It is a TKO. The same way that Conor breaking his leg against Dustin, it's a TKO. Because he checked a kick and it broke his leg. It's a TKO. He won. It's not the victory everybody wants to see. And they've obviously been very vocal that once Pantoja is healed, he's getting a rematch.
Yeah, they can do it as soon as they want because there wasn't any damage taken besides a broken arm. I mean, a broken arm can heal in, 8 weeks?
Well, there was a lot more than just a broken arm to deal with that. I think there were some ligaments and other things that are going to have to heal as well. They'll probably give him another fight in between. And I think for right now, people are just going to have to hate him because just the way he won. I think it's kind of the same thing as Aljo when Sean fought him. Everybody hated Aljo.
Yeah, because he got that
simply
dead leg.
because. No. Aljo was the champion when Sean fought, and everybody hated Aljo because, if I'm not mistaken, Aljo won the belt off of a disqualification. So it was, and it's like Aljo's a great fighter, but he won the belt off a disqualification, defended it, did his job, and then Sean beat him. But everybody hated Aljo after that because it's like, oh, he's not a legitimate champion because he only won due to disqualification. It's like disqualifications are part of the sport. You can't just say, well, that doesn't count. It's part of the sport. It counts. So that rounds off your top 10.
That was my 10th.
So if you can just go down from 10 to 1 more time, just reading names.
So we got Patty, we got Sean O'Malley, we got Roofy, and then did my list just get switched? Ty Miller, Ilya, Dustin Poirier, Derek Lewis, Cheeto,
Thank you.
Joshua Van.
Solid list for a new UFC fan. I know you were struggling to find 10 fighters just because of how new you are.
Yeah, I've only seen
I've been
so many
watching-
events, so.
I've been watching the UFC probably the last 5 years, maybe 6 years. So people might even look at me and be like, oh, you're a new fan, because a lot of the guys I'm going to say are big names, but they're guys that I like to watch fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to go backwards. You started with 1. I'm going to start with 10. I'm going to name my honorable mentions first. First honorable mentions, Dustin Poirier, legend.
Great hot
Watched
sauce.
his retirement fight. Not great hot sauce. That's a fact. Second honorable mention is Israel Adesanya.
Izzy.
Haven't seen him win a fight in the last couple years. Unfortunate, but in his prime, one of the most fun guys to watch, without question. I think he's the best middleweight of all time. People might say Anderson Silva, but I think Anderson Silva looks good simply because he was so ahead of his time. And I think Izzy is just him, but slightly better. Honorable mention, Patty the Batty. He's
What?
not in my top 10. He's not in my top 10.
That's ridiculous.
Like I said, I might have some hot takes. And you
That makes
being
no
a
sense.
new
The
UFC
dude,
fan.
no, the dude just went 5 rounds with Justin Gaethje, and he's in your honorable
I
mention.
understand that. Yep.
Yeah, you're psychopathic. Next.
My
Next.
last honorable mention is Dan Hooker.
I
If
don't
you
know
know
much
anything
about
about
him. Can't
Dan
really say
Hooker,
much.
And if you Google the man,
I mean, he's fighting in like
the
what,
man is a
a
psychopath.
couple months?
Couple days.
Oh, he's fighting on
He's
the
fighting on
31st.
Saturday.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yes.
I'll watch that.
Yeah. If you know anything about him, just an absolute psychopath. He won a fight with a broken arm. A guy snapped his leg and he just sat there and looked at it. I mean, the dude's crazy, and it's just fun to watch him. They call him the New Zealand psychopath because he's just crazy. Anyways, my top 10. We're gonna start off with a heavyweight. Tommy Boy Aspinall
See,
is in my top 10.
I thought about it, but couldn't do it.
I think he's an explosive heavyweight, not something you see very often. Just the speed that he works with, the boxing that he has is it's all good. It's very fluid. He doesn't move like he's a heavyweight, but he moves like a middleweight. It's just super fun to watch. I mean, I think of the fight where he took the interim belt. He took the fight, I want to say it was on like less than a week's notice, took on the number one contender and then flatlined him. I mean, it was insane. And a lot of people were getting on him because he was celebrating like he just won a champion. Newsflash, people, he did. An interim championship is still a belt that they have at their houses. It's a champion. He can't help that John Jones doesn't want to fight. At number 9, I have Mauricio Rufy.
Nah.
Like I said, he is in my top 10. He's just not as high as you have him.
We'll see how he does in a
And
couple
granted,
weeks.
yeah, and I think he'll do great. I think I've watched every fight he's had in the UFC. Always entertaining. His fighting style reminds me a lot of Conor. His personality reminds me nothing of Conor. But, I mean, he's part of the Fighting Nerds. I think one of the best, I don't know if it's faction, whatever you want to call it in the UFC. I think that's one of the better ones because they got guys like Gene Silva, however you say his name,
Sean
Rufy. Yeah, the guy that just fought.
Yeah.
The guy that's fighting in a couple days, his name's Chow, I think. Just a lot of just great fighters. At number 8, I have Alexander Volkanovski. You might not know a lot about him. He is the best, and I will say this again, the best 145-pound fighter of all time. Conor doesn't compare. Conor was the biggest name. Volk is the best.
Isn't he fighting Diego Lopez?
Yes.
And he's going to get flatlined. I
To
hope
put
you
it-
know that.
No.
I got Lopez
No,
winning
he's
that
not.
fight.
We'll see. And we could come back to my podcast and I will eat my words. But he's one of the best of all time. I mean, think about it this way. A lot of people think that Max Holloway is the best featherweight of all time because he beat the previous GOAT, Jose Aldo, twice. Alexander Volkanovski beat Max Holloway twice at 145. Got beat by Ilya, great. He shouldn't have taken that fight anyways. He had just got knocked out. So he shouldn't have done that anyways. Beat Diego Lopez. I think he just has so much skill. And Diego is a young, hungry fighter, but I think that the older, seasoned guys know how to deal with that, and I think he will deal with it. I don't see a knockout per se. I think if anybody knocks out anybody, Diego's going to knock him out, but I just don't see a knockout. I see a 5-round, just a great fight. Anyways, number 7, guy you probably don't know as well, Kamaru Usman.
Heard the name. Don't know much about him.
The Nigerian Nightmare.
Oh,
He's one
that
of the
guy.
most-
Nah, it rings a bell.
Yes. 170 fighter, was very dominant, flatlined Jorge Masvidal when Jorge Masvidal was just incredible. I want to say he beat Colby Covington. I could be wrong. He may have not fought Colby Covington. Had a very unfortunate loss to Leon Edwards. Excuse me.
Bless you.
But He had a very unfortunate loss. He literally, it was a 5-round championship fight, won all 4 rounds, and then in the 5th round got hit with a head kick and got knocked out. Just one of the craziest fights I've ever seen. But he is currently he's been fighting for a long time. He's in the back half of his career. But he's currently making a championship run again, and I think the guy at 170 is Islam Makhachev. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Let me run through my list a little faster here. At number 6, I have Sean O'Malley.
Respectful.
Like Tanner said, fun to watch, brings the personality every time, whether you like it or not. Has a great just fighting persona, because if you hate him, he gets views. If you love him, he gets attention. It is what it is. Number 5, the highlight, Justin Gaethje. Great performance against Patty. I'm sorry that he has to go fight Ilya after this, because that just means that one of my favorite fighters is going to get knocked out again. But I won't count Justin out until he's on the floor snoring. But I think that's where he's going to end up. Joshua Van is my number 4.
Really? I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Love the dude. I've watched every fight he's had in the UFC. Always entertaining, and the way that he's climbed the ranks is insane. The fight, I believe Tanner was at my house. We were watching the him versus Brandon Royval.
Like 3-week notice or something like that.
Number 1 Yeah, it was. He took it on short notice. That was fight of the year in my opinion. It was crazy for 5 rounds. Excuse me. At number 3, I have a 2-way tie. Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway. To me, those guys are kind of on the same level, and I'm glad that they're fighting for the BMF belt.
Both got knocked out by Ilya.
I think it's going to be... Yes, both of Ilya's children will be fighting for the BMF belt because they can't take the real belt from their daddy. But I like the matchup. Both super respected guys, super respectful guys. It's going to be a dogfight, and that's what I love to see. At number 2, Alex Pereira.
I
Poetan.
forgot about him.
The man with bricks in his gloves. Everybody thought that the fight with him and Ankalaev, the first one, oh, well, that's just what happens when you put him in there with a wrestler. Comes out and says that he has a hand injury, so he couldn't throw punches as hard as he wanted to. And a lot of people were like, oh, it's just an excuse. He's making excuses like all these other fighters do. But then he came out in the second fight and proved that he was injured because he knocked him out, I believe, in less than 2 minutes, maybe even less than a minute. He's got bricks in his gloves. He hits hard. And a matchup I want to see with him, I want to see him versus Tom Aspinall, see if he can be the first guy to win 3 belts. Because he had the 185 belt, the 205 belt, and I want to see him go win the heavyweight belt. And at number 1, the guy I love to hate, Ilia Top Toro, as Conor McGregor would call him. Ilia Topuria. Have a very love-hate relationship with him because I love watching him fight, but I hate watching him knock out my favorite fighters. It started with Max Holloway. I was like, Max has never been knocked out, never done anything like that. It's going to be crazy.
Slept.
And then slept. And then I'm like, oh, we're going to put him up against Charles. Charles has a great ground game. Almost ankle picks him. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a great fight. 30 seconds later, Charles is snoring and then waking up asking where his teddy bear is because Ilia's right hook is disgusting. I believe it's his left hook.
It was his left.
Either one of his hands got dynamite in it. He's got Francis Ngannou knockout power at 155, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, that wraps up my top 10. I'll run through it top to bottom again. Aspinall, Roofy, Volk, Usman, Sean O'Malley, Justin Gaethje, Joshua Van, two-way tie between Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira, Alex Pereira, and number one, Ilya Topuria.
And that was bottom to top, not top to bottom.
On my screen, it's top to bottom. My bad.
No, you're good.
But either way.
Well, once again,
yeah,
we'll be doing top 10 Tuesdays, every Tuesday podcast. So if y'all want to hear any top 10s or anything y'all want to hear, just leave it down in the comments below, and we'll be more than happy to take y'all's suggestions. I mean, it'd be fun. So we're not having to come up with our own, but if somebody wants to hear something else, I mean, might as well. But I think that's going to wrap up
for sure.
I think it's going to wrap up this episode of the podcast. Appreciate y'all tuning in if you've made it this far, and just keep your eye out for, I guess, what's next Saturday, our Saturday pod, which I think we're bringing a new segment, which is going to be fun. Might be a little demoralizing for somebody, but it'll be fun. And
probably.
We're just trying to bring some fun to the podcast, so we can keep y'all sticking around. But with all that said, I appreciate you all listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the bottom to show some support. We really do appreciate it. But I think we're going to end here. And Sam, you got anything before we go?
Nope. Just thank y'all for watching. And if you have any suggestions on any segments you want to see, any top 10s, just leave them down in the comments. And if not, we'll come up with our own. And hopefully you like them. So that's all I got.
All right. Well, with all that said, I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.